Space is something we must all have in which to live. Above us, there is plenty of space. There is even more space higher up. Traveling in a spaceship, we could travel through 250,000 miles of space. We should then meet another object, the Moon. We should make a much longer journey of 93 million miles before we reach the Sun. These huge flames on the Sun sometimes reach up through 100,000 miles of space. At a distance from the Earth of 23 million miles, the Sun would seem little larger than other stars. At this distance, we should reach the nearest star to the Sun, Proxima Centauri. The amount of space we would have traveled through is quite beyond our imagination. But this is only a very small part of the space in the universe in which we live. The Sun and Proxima Centauri are only two stars in a galaxy of stars. In this galaxy, there are millions of stars, all in space. Here is another galaxy of stars, so far away that it takes light nearly 2 million years to travel through the space extending to our world. The distance traveled by light in 1 year is about 6 million miles. We call this distance a light year. Space extends between the stars for enormous distances, quite outside the limits of imagination. It also extends between ourselves and all objects on this Earth. But this rock is solid. It does not seem to have any space inside it. This container is filled with marbles. But it has more space for some lead shot, and even for more water. The lead shot and the water fill space outside the marbles. There does not seem to be any space inside the marbles themselves, but there may be. The two small flasks are each filled with colored water up to the marks on their necks. When emptied into the large flask, they fill it exactly. Now one flask is filled with alcohol. This time there is a space in the large flask. There must be some space inside one of these liquids. In space, there may be solids or there may be liquids. In this space is a gas called air. Also, light is traveling through it. Heat from the sun travels through space down to us. It travels through 93 million miles of space. These dish-shaped radio aerials are collecting radio signals that began far out in space, millions of miles away.